Hello everyone, welcome to Numeriq Learning. Today we will be solving some very important questions from the chapter Coordinate Geometry. All of these questions are very important, so please make sure you learn how to do them, or if you know, please practice these questions. Let's get started. The very first question is, if the point A given by 2, minus 4 is equidistant from the points P 3, 8 and Q minus 10, y, find y. Also find the distance between P and Q. Let's draw this question. Let's draw whatever is written here. So you have a point A. The coordinates are 2 and minus 4. Okay. This point is equidistant. Means it has got an equal distance from 2 points, that is P and Q. P is nothing but 3, 8, the x and y coordinate, and Q is minus 10, y. What do you mean by equidistant? That means the distance between A and P is equal to the distance between A and Q. Okay, you have to find y and also the distance between P and Q, right? So we know the distance formula. That means if you have 2 points, namely say A x1, y1 and B x2, y2, okay, the distance formula will be square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. This is how you find out the distance between any 2 points. Similarly, now according to the question, the point A is equidistant from the point P and Q. That means the distance between A to P and A to Q are equal. So we will use the distance formula here. So the distance between A to P will have a square root, right? Square root of x2 minus x1. So you can take either one of the points as x1, y1 and the other point as x2, y2 and substitute it here. But in order to remove the square root from the distance formula when you apply from A to P and A to Q, what we can do is we can square it on both the sides. So AP square is equal to AQ square. So automatically what happens? The distance between A to P in the formula will get squared. So the square root will get removed. Now let us apply. So you can take x2 is 3, right? And just considering this as x2, y2 and this is x1, y1. So I'll be doing P minus A here. Okay, P minus A. So your AP square will be equal to 3 minus 2 the whole square. The square root gets removed because it's already squared, plus y2 minus y1, that is 8 minus of minus 4. Correct? See, x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1 is 2 the whole square plus, right, y2 is 8 minus y1, minus of minus 4, which is plus 4. The whole square is equal to AQ square. So what is it? Minus 10 minus 2 the whole square. See, y again x2 minus x1 the whole square, minus 10 minus 2 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, y minus of minus 4, which is y plus 4 the whole square. I hope you understood. The reason why we are not putting the square root in the distance formula is because we have already squared it on both the sides. So whenever you square a square root, then it becomes, you can nullify it. This is nothing but a to the power 1 by 2 whole to the power 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So the square of root of a is nothing but it's just a, right? That's why there is no square root here. Now let us solve it and you can find the value of y. So what is 3 minus 2 the whole square? It is just 1 plus 8 plus 4, which is 12 square, that is 144, is equal to again minus 12 the whole square, which is again 144 plus y plus 4 the whole square. So you can cancel plus 144 on either sides. So what do you get? Y plus 4 the whole square is equal to 1. When you take the square root on both the sides, what will you have? Y plus 4 is equal to plus or minus root of 1, which is equal to plus or minus 1. So the possible values of y, the possible values of y will be either you will have y plus 4 equal to plus 1, and the other value that's possible is y plus 4 is equal to minus 1. So here y will be equal to 1 minus 4, which is nothing but minus 3. So one of the value of y will be minus 3. Or you can have minus 1 minus 4, y is equal to minus 5. These are the possible values of y. Okay, so according to the question, you have to find the value of y which you have done. Also, you have to find the distance between P and Q. So what is the distance? P is nothing but 3, 8. Right? So you can write on here, where do we do? Let me erase this and I'll write it here. Okay, AP square equal to AQ square. Okay, so the distance between P and Q will be equal to, again, square root of minus 10 minus 3 the whole square plus, suppose if your y is minus 3, right? So you can take minus 3 minus 8 the whole square. So what is it? Root of minus 13 the whole square plus minus 11 the whole square, which is equal to root of 169 plus 121, which is equal to root of 290, right? Yes, square root of 290. That's the distance between P and Q. Here I have taken the value of y as minus 3. Okay, with the other value of y, that is y equal to minus 5, also you can calculate the possible distance. So with either of them it is correct. Okay, so there are two possible values of y. Here I have taken y equal to minus 3 and I have calculated the distance between P and Q. What you can also do is you can also take y equal to minus 5 and calculate the distance. Both are correct. Right, this is how you have to do the first question. I hope you understood the equidistant problems. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. In what ratio does the x-axis? Okay. So x-axis is nothing but this is the horizontal line is your x-axis. The vertical line will be your y-axis, right? So you have to tell in what ratio does x-axis divide a line segment joining 2 points, namely A and B. Also find the coordinates of the point of division. So let's see the 2 points. A, let it be minus 4, minus 6, and the other point B will be minus 1, 7. Okay. So you have got the x-axis dividing this line segment. This is your x-axis. You have to find this point. Let this particular point be P. Okay. What will be, now the point P, it lies on the x-axis. So what will be the coordinate? It will be x, 0. Okay. Whenever a point lies on the x-axis, that means the y coordinate will be 0. So this is something which you have to make a note of it. You have to find the ratio in which this line is dividing. So let the ratio be k is to 1. Okay, you can write, since the point P lies on the x-axis, therefore its y coordinate will be 0. Y coordinate equal to 0. Okay, so this is something which you have to elaborately explain. Now let us find the ratio. You can use the section formula. So for 0, right, the y coordinate is 0. 0 is equal to, you have to apply the section formula. So 0 is nothing but the y coordinate. So k multiplied by 7, right, m into y2 plus n into y1, which is minus 6, divided by m plus n, k plus 1. Cross multiply. So you will have 0 equal to 7k minus 6. So 7k equal to 6 and k is equal to 6 by 7. So what is the required ratio? The required ratio is nothing but k is to 1. What is k? It is 6 by 7 is to 1. or I can write the same as 6:7. This is the required ratio. Okay, so we have answered the first question. Also, you have to find the value of x. That is the point of division, the point of intersection. You have to find what is this point. So in order to do that, you have to find x. So now let's replace this k:1 with the actual ratio. What is it? 6:7. That's our ratio. Now using this ratio, let us find out x. Again using the section formula. So x is equal to, using the section formula, x equal to 6 into minus 1, 6 into minus 1 plus 7 into minus 4 divided by m plus n, that is 6 plus 7. So this is again the section formula. So how should you do it? So you are considering x, you are finding the value of x. So m into x2 plus n into x1. So 6 into minus 1, I have written 6 into minus 1 plus 7 into the x1 ratio. Okay, so 6 into x2 plus 7 into x1, that is 7 into minus 4 divided by m plus n, that is 6 plus 7. So this will give you the x coordinate. So what is the x coordinates? When you solve, what do you get? Minus 6 minus 28 divided by 6 plus 7, it's 13. So what is 28 plus 6? 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Minus 34 by 30. That is your x coordinate. Therefore, what is the point? Therefore, the point of division in our figure, we have marked P. P will be equal to x comma 0. And what is x? Minus 34 by 13 comma 0. That's your answer. So this is how you have to do using the section formula. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. Find the ratio in which the point P, which is given by 3 by 4 comma 5 by 12, divides a line segment joining A and B. So you have the line segment A, that is 1 by 2 comma 3 by 2. And another point which is given by B, that is 2 comma minus 5. So find the ratio in which the point P. So you have point P given by 3 by 4 comma 5 by 12. You have to find in what ratio is the point P dividing. So let the ratio always be k:1. Okay, and let's apply the section formula. So 3 by 4 equal to, the x will be equal to x coordinate of the point that is dividing the line AB internally will be equal to k into x2, that is k multiplied by 2 plus 1 multiplied by x1, that is 1 by 2 divided by k plus 1. Cross multiply. So what do you get? 3 multiplied by k plus 1 is equal to 4 multiplied by 2k plus 1 by 2. I've just cross multiplied. Let's solve it. 3k plus 3 is equal to 4 into 2k. That is 8k plus 4 into 1 by 2 is 2. Let's take all the k terms to one side. So 8k minus 3k is equal to 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1 is equal to 5k. And what is k? K will be equal to 1 by 5. Okay, that's all. Therefore, what is the required ratio? You can write that. Therefore, the required ratio in which the point P divides the line AB internally is nothing but k:1, and k is 1 by 5:1, or you can write it as 1:5. And that's your answer. Okay, so it is in the ratio 1:5 that the point P divides AB. Okay, so that's all. This is your answer. Let's move on to the fourth question. If P given by 9a minus 2 comma minus b divides the line segment joining A and B in the ratio 3:1, find A and B. Again, very similar. So let's draw. You have your A, which is given by 3a plus 1 comma minus 3. and then B, which is given by 8A, 5. You have to find in which ratio does the point P, which is given by 9A minus 2, minus B. Okay, sorry. So the point P divides AB in the ratio. You are already given the ratio, which is 3:1. The ratio is given to you. You have to find A and B. So let's use the section formula. So you have 9A minus 2 is equal to 3 times 8A plus 1 multiplied by 3A plus 1 whole divided by n plus n, that is 3 plus 1. So when you are taking your x coordinate of the point that divides, you have to only look at the x coordinate of the two other points. So 3 multiplied by x2 plus n multiplied by x1 divided by n plus n. That's what I'm doing, right? Okay, and on the other side, I can also write the same way for b. Minus b is equal to 3 into 5 plus 1 into minus 3 divided by 3 plus 1. So I'll be getting the value of b. Here let us solve. So this is equal to 4 times 3 plus 1 is 4. I've cross multiplied into 9a minus 2 is equal to 3 8s are 24a plus 3a plus 1. Okay, so 9 4s are 4 9s are 36a minus 8 is equal to 27a plus 1. Let's bring all the terms with the term a to one side. So 36 minus 27a is equal to 1 plus 8. What is 36 minus 27? It's 9a equal to 9. Therefore, a is equal to 1. You have got the value of a. Let's calculate the value for minus b. So you have minus b is equal to 3 into 5, 15 minus 3 divided by 4. What is 15 minus 3? It's 12 by 4 is equal to minus b. Minus b equal to 3 or b is equal to minus 3. So you have found out both the values of a and b. That is what is asked in the question. Okay, you can finally write therefore a is equal to 1 and b equal to minus 3 are the answers. Okay, so this question also needed you to apply the section formula. Let's move on to the fifth question. Yeah. If A, B is the midpoint of a line joining A and B given by the points, and also the same midpoint is also for the line which is A minus 2B equal to 18. Find the value of K and find the distance A to B. Again, a very easy question. So you are given A, B is a midpoint of a line joining from A to B where the coordinates of A are 10, minus 6 and B, K, 4. Okay, so this is your midpoint. Let M be the midpoint given by the coordinates A, B. Also, what you're told is, it is also the midpoint for a line segment that is given by A minus 2B equal to 18. Okay, so let's solve and find out what is A and B using the midpoint formula. Using the midpoint formula. So what is A equal to? It is 10 plus K divided by 2, right? That's the value of A. Now what is the value for B? B will be equal to minus 6 plus 4 by 2. What is it? Minus 2 by 2, which is nothing but minus 1, right? Now if you substitute A and B, what they are saying is, the same A, B is also the midpoint of this line, that is A minus 2B equal to 18. Okay, so which means A, B also lies on the line which is given by a minus 2b equal to 18. Let's substitute the value of b here in order to get a. So a minus 2 into b is minus 1 is equal to 18. So a plus 2 equal to 18. A is equal to 16. 18 minus 2, which is 16. Okay. Now let us substitute this in equation 1. Put a in. A is equal to 16 in equation 1. So what do you get? A is nothing but 16 is equal to 10 plus k by 2. Cross multiply. So you have 16 into 2, which is 30. 16 into 2, 32 equal to 10 plus k, or k is equal to 32 minus 10, which is equal to 22. Okay, so therefore k is equal to 22. So first thing we have understood, we have found the value of k. Also find the distance AB. So what is A? 10 comma minus 6. A is 10 comma minus 6. What are the coordinates of the point B? Let us write that. It is k comma 4. K is nothing but 22 comma 4. Let us find the distance of A to B will be equal to square root of 22 minus 10 the whole square plus 4 minus of minus, that is 4 plus 6 the whole square. Okay, so square root of 22 minus 10 is 12. 12 square plus 10 square, which is equal to 144 plus 100, which is equal to square root of 244. And that's your distance. It will be in units. Okay, distance will be in units. So that's the distance between A to B. So you have used the midpoint formula and the distance formula in the same question. So this is how you have to do. The number of formulas are only 3 in this particular chapter, coordinate geometry. So practice as many questions as possible in this particular unit. Okay, so that you are able to solve. If you are asked any kind of a question from either midpoint formula or section formula or distance formula from this chapter, you should be able to do it. So let's practice more and more questions. Then the next Do Math With Me will also be from the same unit. So make sure you follow the playlist, save the playlist and make use of it during your revision. Practice maths every day. Thank you so much and happy learning.